The governor actually declared a state of emergency today in California. And across the country tonight, they may not call it that everywhere, but it is in a lot of places. It's not about fires or floods. It's about money. July 1 today starts the new budget year in a lot of states, and upwards of a dozen of them are in big money trouble. In California, the most populous state in the union, the news is bad. They're going to start handing out IOUs to cover debts, and that's just the start of it. Our own Chris Jansing starts us off tonight from Los Angeles. Chris, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. The numbers are absolutely staggering. Over the next 2 years, state budget deficits are expected to total $230 billion, and no state is in a bigger hole than California. While California state employees were protesting furloughs today, the governor was declaring a state of emergency.
We are spending money that we don't have.
California failed to meet its midnight budget deadline and may start issuing IOUs instead of checks to everyone from the elderly and disabled to taxpayers waiting for refunds. It's a fiscal crisis with potentially devastating and widespread impact.
California is the biggest single state economy in the country. So when California suffers, the entire United States suffers just as much.
State budgets across the country were already in bad shape. The fiscal year begins today in 46 states, and in 8 of them, lawmakers were burning the midnight oil overnight, trying to stave off government shutdowns.
The states are in really rough shape right now. This is one of the worst downturns we've had since the Great Depression, if not the worst.
Among them, Pennsylvania, where state workers will only get partial pay until July 24th, maybe no pay after that. Illinois faces the prospect of massive state service cuts, and Arizona's governor just called lawmakers back to work, saying their budget is fatally flawed. But California is ground zero.
I would have to close.
70% of the funding for this Los Angeles nursing home comes from the state.
I have over 26 employees. I would have to lay all of them off. I would have to walk away from leases, vendors, everything, and claim bankruptcy.
Slashing services like elderly health care is just one part of the equation. After often bitter debate, many states are also raising taxes. In New Jersey, $1 billion in new taxes. Nevada and Massachusetts hiked sales taxes. Colorado and Florida, cigarette taxes. Oregon will increase taxes on corporations, and tourism-heavy Hawaii raised its hotel tax. And with state revenues shrinking in the recession, experts say state budgets may only get worse. And it's already gotten worse here. Just by not passing a budget last night, the state budget deficit in California went up $2 billion to a total of more than $26 billion. Brian?
Chris Jansing in L.A. to start us off tonight. Chris, thanks.